Unknown test site. Waters around the sea of wreckages. Iron blood resistance. Salvage lanes. Under the light of the stars, a small fleet of 3 ship girls was sailing forward cautiously. Feeling the rising tide now, great regard. Oh man, I've seen wreckages already. This rising tide is in class 5. Never seen anything like this. It was pretty amazing. So it was the first rising tide we've seen this year. It didn't last for all we know. I hope it gets valuable salvage. That's what Rumi is counting on. It'll be even worse next year if we don't find anything good. Don't worry though. Class 5 is way better salvage than anything else. Don't think about danger and instead look forward to the surprises we'll find. It's like a battle was fought here. Not long ago either. Did she get here before us? No wonder why not. There's no wonder why not even a single extra dimensional showed up. She probably took lots of the valuable gear and components. Going after rising tides is your only real choice, given that she fights along without any logistical support. Don't lose hope. It won't happen to what may have happened. Class 5 is surely enough to satisfy all of us. You're right. Sorry. I should just pour out everything that comes to mind. I'm strong enough to stop her from doing whatever she wants. Not that we want to do that anyway. Exactly. So if she would be praying she found what she wanted, if anything. It should sound a little bit. Is there a person on the wrecks over there? What? There's a human being inside a rising tide? Oh my gosh, you're right. What's that a movement? Is that person even alive? Please be alive? Look, they moved. They're alive. It's the rising tide surprise for us. Let's go and help. After reviving a Magi inside the Naraka Singularity, the commander and the ship girls set about their home voyage. Though they made it back, it was not without incident. The commander blacked out numerous times to meet a mysterious woman named Madame M. The biggest incident of all, though, was the commander's sudden and complete disappearance from reality at the celebration feast. In order to save the person most dear to them, the ship girls immediately got to work to figure out this abnormal phenomenon. Meanwhile, the commander also faced a choice that had to be made. Substellar Crepuscule. A starlights. Sometime later, inside the rising tide. Hey, you! Hello there! Whoa, you can speak! Language you understand, too! Awesome! Sorry for skipping introductions, but let's ask you some questions. Where'd you come from? And what are you doing inside a rising tide? Actually, I'm not sure myself. I just kind of woke up here. Not sure this makes sense to you, but everything's kind of a blur. It sounds like a case of memory loss. I still remember some things, though. Just to make sure, have you ever heard of Test Site Alpha? Test Site Alpha? Girls, does that ring any bells? Nope. Sorry, me neither. Well, stranger, you showed up at the rising tide, and now you're asking weird questions. You a visitor from beyond? Beyond? Meaning? A being from another world. Come again? Another world? Is she pulling my leg? Some call her kind outlanders, though that term isn't exactly accurate. In any case, we've been lots of visitors from other worlds since ancient times. They're friendly and contribute greatly to the development of our planet. Seeing one in the flesh, though, it's a rare privilege. Used to run into aliens? Raise your grandchild out of it. Hi, you're having trouble taking this all in, aren't you? Aren't you? You're talking to someone from another world in your own words. Well, all I've heard are legends. The only beings from beyond we've seen so far, though, are extra-dimensional monsters. Extra-dimensional monsters? Oh, well, let's save that topic for later. She dodges my question with little souls. I'm Ghostbird. This bulb energy is Z52, and this shrinking violet is Z9. With the Iron Blood Duchess Resistance Force. She gives me a gentle smile. So with the Iron Blood, huh? It wasn't a Duchy, what I remember, though. My name is Rhys. I'm a world branch for this Test Site Alpha. And if I remember who or what I work for, I'd tell you. I thought we were from Test Site Beta also, but I might be remembering that wrong. I am fairly certain that I'm in the Navy and lead fleets. Wait, so you're like a naval commander? Hell yeah, Ruby is going to be thrilled to hear about this. Commander Rhys, are you coming with us? Should I? Last person told me to sit and wait for rescue. Someone knew they were coming. Yeah, I met Hipper before you girls came along. She said, and I quote, sit there all pretty and wait for rescue to arrive. Hipper? Admiral Hipper? We had a normal conversation with her? Holy smokes. Outlander, her commander, I guess. You're incredible. Come again? Isn't she with you? She doesn't exactly see us as allies, I think. More like passerby. While she speaks of calm tone, her eyes betray an array of complicated feelings. Resistance movement, strange meta, even beings from beyond this dimension. It's getting more and more confusing. C-52, mind getting out of your mass-produced ship? I'm taking the commander back. I could. We'd be petting a target on our backs if we did that. Fine. Why don't you carry him on your back then? Sounds fun. I'll do it. Please don't ever do something stupid just because it sounds fun. Exactly. What if you drop the commander? Good point. Are we leaving already? Anyway, we still haven't salvaged anything. No, obviously we're not. Also, this is the Wharf headquarters. They issued a mission to bring back some heavy-duty gear, at least a few. Gotta make most of this rising tide then. We need to bring back a slew of treasures. What did you say about the mission? Scout out. The game froze for a second. What? Jet the rising tide, find safe routes, lay the groundwork for a large-scale salvage operation for the logistics team, I suppose. Bring back valuable salvage was part of the original plan. We're going to bust out a mass-produced ship. We can't come back empty-handed. Like C-52 just said, we need to return with a haul of treasure. In other words, our job is to find the most valuable equipment for our base and salvage it. I want to leave right now, but don't worry, we'll be out of here soon. Don't worry about me. Focus on finding a treasure. Where are considered treasure in this place? Interesting. Riding aboard Z-52's mass-produced ship, 3 ship girls embarked into the rising tide and began salvaging materials. By the time the eastward sky turned bright, they made their way from home, storages loaded full of salvage. I managed to recover a lot. Dang, this was a huge haul. Romy is gonna jump for joy. Yes, we've loads of good stuff among the things we couldn't salvage for now. Marked on the map so others can come and finish the job. After an evening of hard work, the girls have all gathered in the ship's break room. Duisburg takes out 7 or so bottles of what looks like bread and places them on the table. That's a lot of food. Really treating ourselves tonight, huh? Of course. The smashing success of a mission deserves to be celebrated. Yay. That's a lot of food. Is there food inside these bottles or something? Maybe an amnesiac, but this isn't like any feast I remember. Need to be shy, Commander. Come and eat with us. Duisburg grabs a piece of bread with one hand and a bottle with the other. Once she squeezes the bottle, we're gonna get the paste-like contents onto the bread. It's Spicemax? I know that German. Aren't you gonna try it? That's what you call this? None of the words just ring a bell. I'm still dumbstruck. You can argue it smells like Spicemax, and the bottle serves as a substitute for a can. The paste in question? Could you really call that food? What's up? Look, you've never seen a squeeze tube before. Oh god, it's like being back in the market. I was thinking, sorry, you won't find the real deal anywhere around here. Rest assured, it is Spicemax. It doesn't look or chew like it. Duisburg puts down her bottle, whatever it is, and takes a bite of her condiment bread. Delicious. This is so good. Paying no heed to my state of leave, she spreads the Spicemax paste onto another piece of bread and presents it to me. Well, don't knock it until you tried it, right? I set the bread a bite into it. Initially, it just tastes like bread with a mystery spread, but it gradually takes on the taste and texture of meat. What'd I tell you? Pretty good, right? It's mass-produced synthetic food, but it does taste amazing. This bread isn't any ordinary bread either. It changes taste according to the paste you put on it. Oh, also, I would recommend using more than one flavor of paste at a time. With a smile, she opened several of the bottled tube things in succession. Somehow, it actually starts to smell like there's a lavish feast on the table. You have lots of questions, don't you? Let's hear them when we dig in. Yeah, we mentioned her a few times, didn't we? Her full name was Fritz Ruby. She's the leader of our resistance. Ship girl like you, I assume. You bet. Business is fine at the very front. No human being can shoulder the heavy burden on her position. In fact, most factions in the war have a ship girl for a leader. Ruby in particular is a badass and super strong. It about sums it up. I told you about her, and you'll meet her soon enough. What an honor. The Resistance. To that, each provided a backstory. Our Resistance is fighting an enemy that we call the Extra Dimensionals. 150 years ago, a meteorite crashed into our planet. Hardly anyone knows at first, but then hostile white creatures emerged from the sea. Attacks certainly have devastated every major faction in the world overnight. Ever since then, the survivors have been doing their best to fight back. Actually, we serve as among them, and so one of humanity's forces. Many people outside the Resistance who fight the good fight. And of course, there are still governmental bodies that exist. Some of them are spread out deep inland, others hide out on islands like we do. On islands, isn't it much harder to defend against a seaborne enemy than to stay inland? It is. The ship girls excel at fighting at sea though, so yeah. Also, our outposts aren't just normal islands. They're former naval bases. Also have giant weapons that can't be reduced anymore. And installations that handle both stealth and defense, sort of like mirror seas. Might be hard to imagine at all. You'll understand when we get there. Think about the rising tide. It's a phenomenon where wreckages rise out of the sea in large numbers. It occurs so frequently that you've given it a name? Yeah, it happened to have a war that lasted as long as this one. Our bases have been lost, seas captured, and forces defeated at that time. Most of the wrecks is pretty old though. As instrumentals strike through, take over these starry seas and use them as their bases. Waters change their occupation, leading to strange stuff happening. Rising tides for them. Here randomly across the world, bring back heaps of old wrecks to the surface. Things salvaged earlier made in the early stages of war, judged by the advanced tech. Thank goodness this rising tide came, brought us a bunch of good stuff. Advanced tech? I think that technology is more advanced than it is now. It's a world of difference. That's why we're extremely grateful when they happen, as long as it's not near a base. Heck, the tide even brought you to us. We're lucky to carry on with the warships sailed forward without incidents. On the way, I saw a head full of desolate islands, emitting a strange glow dawn in the landscape. Gisberg told me those islands used to be strongholds belonging to the Resistance. However, they were attacked with radioactive weapons, and the soil was permanently contaminated. Ship girls don't last long in a regulated environment, to say nothing of humans. They didn't have deradiation equipment, but wear and tear finally broke the last serviceable one 20 years ago. As such, the island had to be abandoned. Following that, they became no-go zones, effectively treated the same as bases belonging to the Extra Dimensionals. I was the best on board. The evening sun shines, and the air in front of the warship seems to bend. Then, without any warning, a number of cross-shaped objects appear in the air. Commander, invented our mirror sea. Those things there, they're outer periphery defenses. Pretty cool, huh? Giant, hang in the light of the setting sun, making not as much as a peep. Their appearances do not jog anything in my memory, so I cannot even imagine what functions they possess. What we call the eternal stars. They, along with the mirror sea, are all that have been here for over 100 years. It's a mystery how they still work. And they're mind-blowingly sturdy, but they also possess exceptional camouflage. And for those reasons, Arumi picked this location for our base. Word of advice though, don't get too close to them. Simply following ancient programs. All we can do is provide upkeep. The owner comes too close to that without maintenance permissions, regarded as hostiles, so... Anyway, see that building over there? Off in the distance, a massive island rests in the water. Not as jaw-dropping as the eternal stars, the building that sits in the island's center has no commands on. This is headquarters. Ah, finally a landmark. Home sweet home. She looks cool. There's a bit ahead of us today. The next day, it was late by the time I arrived at the base, so I was probably escorted to the guest room. Now is the next day, and I'm going to meet Fitzroomy at lunchtime today. Before that, though, I got a call from Duisburg on my communicator. Good morning, Commander. It's Duisburg. Made a few discoveries I thought you might want to know. Our Sears found some rather valuable components among the things we salvaged yesterday. This will let us finally accomplish our goal of fixing our radiation purgers. I also managed to decrypt plans for improving the device for the data core of a science vessel. I heard those are really going to come in handy. Rumi has always had plans to reclaim the surrounding island bases, and we managed to repair the purgers. We solved these discoveries, and found we'd be able to put our big plan into action at once. That will be publicly announced today at noon. We'd love it if you came to listen. Once Yasmin is done, I'll bring you to Ruby's office. Then you can talk secrets with her. Later at noon, Chaperones gather at the bases square and hoist their banners. Atop the high ground, a woman clad in the naval attire of iron blood makes her gallant appearance. My compatriots, I presume you've all heard that a Class 5 rising tide has appeared. Yesterday, our scouting party returned from it with spoils in tow. Equipment they recovered, we'll finally be able to restore our 3 radiation purgers to working order. At last, we'll be able to reclaim the surrounding bases that were lost. The sound crowd erupts into cheers like a long-drawn campaign. However, Rumi raises her hand to quell their jubilation. It is not yet time to celebrate. The data core however contains upgrade plans to the radiation purgers, as well as blueprints for mass producing them. This means we'll be able to reclaim not just our islands, but also restricted areas on the mainland. The crowd cheers even louder than last time. Therefore, in 3 days, I shall launch our first operation to reclaim our lost territory. The first to be reclaimed shall be area IBAX-104, the Silver Star. Our goal is to seize the island, restore the base's functionality, and establish a logistics line between it and our headquarters. We must reclaim this island to secure vital materials needed for the upgrade of the radiation purges. Furthermore, it will serve as a springboard for future recapture operations. Early's announcement continues. The breakthrough of the salvage mission turns into a series of operation announcements, then specific orders for her troops. These rapid-fire proclamations had me confused at first, but it makes sense now that I think about it. This is the forward operating base, so I assume everyone here is involved somehow. Once the announcements wrap up, Duisburg escorts me to Rumi's office. The leader of this place just finished her speech, and now I will speak to her face to face. You must be the Outlander, or should I say, Commander. I've been told about you. Did your memories return to you following a night's sleep? I shake my head in response. I change the expression as she cuts to the chase. Why are straight to the point? Won't you consider joining us? As you've seen around the base, we need every pair of hands we can get. You would be of extraordinary help to us, especially considering your ties to other Outlanders, the Sirens. Unfortunately, I cannot promise much in the way of tangible resources in exchange for the knowledge and intelligence you possess. However, if you work with us, I promise you'll be treated as an ally of the Resistance. No, more than just that. You're an excellent leader, I've heard. I will also give you the highest degree of trust and the space to fully display your tactical ingenuity. Naturally, if you wish to join another of humanity's force, I will not stop you. Still, in a personal and official capacity, I sincerely hope you'll choose to stay with us. Please, Commander. A frank but succinct request. It's hard to say no when she's pleading so earnestly. Sure know how to persuade, Rumi. This music is very nice. Following the conclusion of my meeting with Fritz Rumi, I formally became a member of the Resistance. Not that I have much of a choice, though, given I'm stranded on this world. On the bright side, they have knowledge pertaining to my situation they could share. The records I've read say cases like yours, an outlander suddenly vanishing in thin air, have happened numerous times before. A popular theory from the time is that the outlanders returned to the world whence they came. If that is the case, I think you needn't worry about returning home for now. As for what comes next, we'll take it one step at a time. I also discussed the threat that this world faces, that being the so-called extra-dimensionals. The way they were described reminds me of X. Their surface level looks are different, however. To find out more, I'll have to find them and see for myself. Also, something I wonder. She said the Sirens were also outlanders like us. Have they worked with the Sirens before? I also brought up the Antiochus, and their response was interesting. Antiochus? I've never heard that word before. I expected alias for the Sirens, to be sure. On information on them, I can provide that. What you should expect their origin, they are inextricably linked with the development of our world as well as my very birth. Rumi told me that the Sirens appeared out of nowhere in this world roughly 200 years ago. In stark contrast to the extra-dimensionals, they came in peace. Thanks to these friendly aliens, the world's technological development accelerated exponentially. As time went on, however, even the Sirens weren't there for hostility among the factions of the world. They were divided as well, sometimes even getting pulled into small-scale conflicts. Even so, humanity believed this golden age of rapid development for civilization would continue forever. And so it did, at least until the extra-dimensional struck, what, a 50-year time span? So as their resistance came to light, the whole world united under the banner of the Sirens and fought countless battles, until the Sirens' ultimate defeat. Yet, despite their victory, extra-dimensionals strangely went no further. Their advance halted, and their power even seemed to subside. That's how humankind's resistance organizations have managed to survive up to this day. Mandy, you there? I'm Z11, a member of the Resistance, knocks on my door. What's up? You haven't had dinner yet, have you? Nope. Nobody eats dinner at 4 in the afternoon. Good, perfect. See, Duisburg is throwing a welcome party, and you're invited. Welcome party for who? For you, duh. You're the guest of honor, so you can't, not attend. They're going to be literally heartbroken. So, you come or not? Of course I'll come. Lead the way. Wait, don't you, know where our hideout is? Why would I? Right, of course. Just have to, escort you. Gotta make this as quick as possible. Okay, I'm all good. Let's get going. Something fierce inside her suddenly breaks out. She drags me out of the break room at breakneck speed. Sometime later, on a beach you could hardly call pretty, Duisburg and her friends stand silently while watching the sunsets. Oh, there's the commander, Z11, finally showed. My work here is done. Can I go home now? Come on, are you serious? You're already here, so what reason do you have to not stick around for the party? Doing the thing again, aren't you? Z9, are you attending? I mean, it's for the commander, so... of course. Fine, I'll stay. Sweet! Thing? What thing? Your face just screams completely off. Yes. Let me explain. Look up there. What do you see? This bird points at a fairly large island sitting in the periphery of headquarters. They were connected by a bridge. That small island stands a great structure that rivals the headquarters in size. No, it doesn't! That's our energy tower. Its lifeline to power not only the whole base, but also the mirror sea and even the eternal stars. Based on the many secrets that haven't even been uncovered after many years, it's just been left sitting there. Is that where your hideout is? What? No, it's got something to do with what we're about to do, though. I'll show you a secret. There's a fish farm inside the tower. Seriously? Yeah. She's not keen on tube food. I was planning on politely borrowing some fish to grill. By politely borrow, do you mean steal? It's called take it with appreciation. She smiles a gentle smile. Alright, how you gonna return the fish? This reminds me of having us regurgitate them like birds. Ew. Doesn't matter as long as the population doesn't shrink. She maintains her unwavering smile. They'll spawn more, sooner or later. Actually, want to come with us to borrow some? Well, it sounds fun. There's some work experience in this world. Not as much. Time to set off. Here we go. Sometime later. Good job, everyone. Have some coffee. It's been done in just a minute. Let's really try now, Commander. Those are some lively fish, huh? Operation Blank Cast was a success. And fun. When was the last time I had this much fun? Damn it. I can't really remember because it's my first amnesia. I messed up. Help. 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 What happened? I threw some gasoline on there because the fire was looking weak and, well, now our food is getting burned. Oh, for crying out loud. I said not to do it yourself. One moment, Commander, I'll deal with this. And so, me and the members of the Resistance had a fun night together. Three days passed in the blink of an eye. The time to fight has finally come. Commander, Rhys has directed me to relinquish command of this fleet to you. But given the fact this is your first mission, may I serve as second in command? I'd be happy to have you. Duisburg knows a million times more than I do about these seas and so-called extra dimensions. I wouldn't dream of turning down an offer like that. I'll make you proud. Z-52's recon fleet is en route from IBAX 108 to 110, and Rhys' fleet is set. Rumi has already set sail for main fleets. The amphibious and escort fleets are still on standby. As for our hunting fleet, Sabbath secure the supply line of IBAX 104, eliminate every enemy in sight, and collect samples from them. But I think they need a sample for an extra dimensional of all things to fix our radiation burners. IBAX 104 is vast, but it's long been seen as relatively safe. Recon shows nothing out of the ordinary as of 8 hours ago as well. Well, isn't that convenient? It really is safe, and dispersing our fleets makes for a much more efficient search, yes. But something is fishy here. Anyway, we best get going. They definitely look different. I'm trying to think, like, there was thoughts that the, Oculus DA from the Clemenstow events about a year ago were connected to them, but I'm not sure. After Split 30 IBAX 103, we ran into them, the extra dimensionals. That's one heck of a horde. Is this what you call safe? Not at all. This is the most we've seen in years. Why today? Commander, I urge swift retreat. We can't fight off those numbers. Agreed. Give the order to all ships to cover each other's retreat. Contact our allied fleets and headquarters as well. Rumi needs to stop the mission at once. Roger that. Hyolithia. Hyolitha. I'm willing to bet that's the name of a flower of some sorts. As time passed, the horde only grew in number. Things had turned from hopeful to hopeless in practically minutes. Everything in our power I lost contact with. I went too fast. I lost contact with ship after ship. Even retreat seemed like an unlikely luxury at this rate. No, why have we been in all days? Why? Imagine I was expecting to see being each success and ending in tragedy. Duisburg's voice trembles from pain, sadness, and regrets. Commander, we're done for, aren't we? I'm sorry for getting you involved in this. Deathly silence fills the air. Am I dying? Right here? This easily? I haven't accomplished anything. I haven't been able to get my memories back. But this is how it ends. Amidst the explosion of the mass-produced ship, my consciousness is thrown into the empty abyss. Then, I hear the sound of card shuffling.